On the little girl's birthday, her grandmother cooked her a pot of stinky sock soup. Looking at the 28th circled on the calendar, the girl fell to the ground in disappointment and drew her favorite strawberry cake. She wanted to show it to her grandmother. Instead, she saw the carrots hanging on the clothesline and the stinky socks in the pot. It turned out that grandma was suffering from amnesia, but she hadn't forgotten her granddaughter's birthday. She went to the bakery and bought her granddaughter's favorite strawberry cake. That day, the little girl waited at home alone for a long time. When she opened the door with excitement, all she got was a big birthday hat. The little granddaughter held her grandmother's hand and searched for a long time. Only then did the grandmother remember that she had left the strawberry cake at the bus stop. Although the little girl's stomach was growling with hunger, she still lay under the blanket, unwilling to reconcile with her grandmother. At that moment, the grandmother suddenly thought of a good idea. She cracked eggs into a pan and made a special birthday cake for her little granddaughter. The aroma of the cake quickly penetrated the little girl's nose. The little granddaughter rose to her feet only to see an egg omelette that didn't look good. Grandma force-fed her a bite. It tasted surprisingly good. The little granddaughter ate the whole omelette with a gurgle. It was the 28th of the next year. Grandma went to the bakery to buy a strawberry cake, and she forgot the cake at the bus stop. Grandma slapped herself on the head in frustration and prepared the same pancake for her granddaughter. The little granddaughter ate it very well. On the 28th of the third year, Grandma went to the bakery as usual to buy a strawberry cake, but this time, she paid for it and left. When she got home, she was so sorry. Her granddaughter was very satisfied with the same kind of egg pancake. On the 28th of the fourth year, the strawberry cake was left at the bus stop again. Grandma covered her face and was too embarrassed to face her granddaughter, but her granddaughter gave her face. She ate the omelet clean. The fifth year, the birthday cake was the same omelet as always. The only difference was the sound of a car honking outside the window. It was the little girl's mom and dad coming to pick her up. The little girl was old enough to go to school and live with her parents in the city. Grandma waved goodbye to her granddaughter with a smile on her face, but as they turned to leave, her tears flowed uncontrollably. It was the little girl's birthday again. The calendar also circled the 28th. The difference is that the grandmother has gray hair now. She looked at the lace string tied around her hand. She thought of the best way not to forget the cake. This time she finally brought the cake home in one piece, but the person who ate the cake was no longer there. The grandmother looked out of the window in despair. The spoons and carrots hanging from the rope stood out. Suddenly a human face peeked out. It was the little girl who had returned. The grandmother put on the same birthday hat for her granddaughter, but now the hat looked so small on her head. At that moment, the grandmother brought a small square table. On the table is the strawberry cake that the little girl never got to eat. The cake was pushed into the mouth of her granddaughter. It tasted very sweet, but it wasn't the flavor she remembered. The little granddaughter couldn't eat anymore after a few bites. At night, her stomach growled with hunger. At the sound of her voice, the grandmother immediately went into the kitchen to work. Before long, the smell reached her nose. Soon a familiar egg omelette appeared on the table. It was exactly the same as when she was a child. The little granddaughter had been thinking about this flavor for many years. She picked a piece and fed it to her grandmother sitting across the table. It was like going back in time to that summer when she was a little girl. Although grandma always forgot to bring the cake, she never forgot her love for her little granddaughter. That's why the special cake she prepared for her granddaughter became an irreplaceable flavor in this world.